Hey guys, Eddie Holloway from Just Another Guy podcast. How you been? I know it's been a while. I'll explain what I've been doing for a month and a half of not doing podcast, but I'll do that in another video. Right now, somebody sent me a video of an independent voter like myself. I was Democrat. I didn't like what the Democrats were portraying and trying to be. And there was a lot of lying, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, even George Bush. There's a lot of, we always heard that politicians were crooked, but now we're seeing it in real time. So anyway, it's hard for me to explain what I'm trying to do. President Biden is our president, and I'll back him up 100%, but he hasn't been doing anything for the country or for the American people. It's sad. And one of the big reasons is when why I went independent. President Biden signed off on 43 executive orders on January 21st that Trump had in order. He handed over kind of a perfect country minus the pandemic, but everything was working out. All he had to do was keep those executive orders in and everything would be all right. We're talking the border with 8 million illegal aliens have crossed the border since in the last 3 years. There's 5,000 on the way marching towards the border right now. It's thousands a day that they're coming in, and we don't know who they are. That's the problem. I have no problem somebody trying to make a new start, but it's so dangerous, especially with the wars that this president has started. But to my point, somebody sent me this video of an independent voter who kind of thinks the same way I do, of looking at both sides. And, the only thing I haven't been in politics too long, maybe 6-7 years, and am barely getting into it within the last years of trying to go down that rabbit hole a little further because it's never ending. But, some people have tried to uncover the criminals of our Congress and Senate, of how these people vote and what they vote for, and basically for themselves. So, but now with the internet, Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, all these independents, even Tucker, when they go after somebody really bad, it makes me think twice about what's really going on. Especially when there's nothing there. But anyway, this girl explains it way better than I do. And I kind of feel the same way and describe my independent voting in this matter. Let's take a look.
So if you followed me for a while, you know that I never stick up for Trump. I'm an independent and I see things on both sides and I see the positive and negative. Here's the deal though. When you are spending so much money, time, and energy on trying to take somebody down, it makes me want to look at things differently. Trump is no longer the president, yet this current administration, pretty much majority of the time, blames everything on Trump.
Remember, President Trump is a citizen. Let's remember that fact.
Even though they've been the current administration for 2 years. The fact that they're spending so much, again, time, money, and energy on trying to take him down, I'm starting to feel like maybe everything that he said was true. Like, I remember when he was first president, if you follow me, you know this, I was devastated, right? And he was saying things like, fake news. And I was like, what a douchebag, right? And he was talking about how much evil there was and how the MSN, the mainstream media, and the liberals and Democrats were hiding from us and were actually doing some very sketchy, illegal, awful things. And I kept thinking, my God, he's lost his mind. But now, when the left, the media, the liberals and Democrats are trying so hard to take him down and silence him, I'm like, maybe he wasn't batshit crazy. Maybe he does have information and knowledge about things that they're doing, and that's why they're spending so much time, energy, and money on trying to take him down and silence him. Pretty much silence everybody who doesn't agree and toe the line. Right. It makes me, and I hope a lot of other people, open their minds and their eyes and see what truly might be going on. I mean, at least pause, take a step back and think, could I be wrong? Could everything I've been told be wrong? And I think if you take some time and delve and do some research that's not just given to you, like go and delve in and get more information from more than one resource, your eyes are going to be opened. Now I'm awake, not woke. It's uncomfortable to see the things, and I get it, right? It might feel better not to know these things and believe these things, but it's dangerous if you don't see them and if you don't speak about them. And by the time you do see them, it's going to be too late to speak about them and to fight back.
Again, I went and did my own research. I got more than one source. I went and started listening to CNN and MSNBC, NBC, CBS, ABC, local news, and then watching Fox and watching Tucker and watching Gutfeld. You know, just getting both sides and see what's going on. You know, it goes deeper. There's a few other people, especially on the internet. Jimmy Dore, I found that he was, I think he was Democrat. I saw him on CNN during the 2016 election, and, you know, he was against Trump. I'm not too sure if he's still for him, but he does believe that, you know, the phony Russian hoax and Hillary Clinton, the trouble she started and ruined our country to a point is unbelievable because she lost. Talk about a sore loser. But now, you know, I look at this Trump indictment, the one in New York. Okay, he overestimated his house to get a loan to build buildings in New York. Now, I'm not saying everybody does that, but I've seen it at all levels. You know, when you try to buy a property, you have to make yourself look pretty good. You know, it seems to you a bank's not going to give you anything unless you inflate something, because it's like they try to keep the middle class to a minimum. You know, not to give you certain things because only the rich are supposed to have it, and they get the A-OK, they get the loan. So, you know, Trump know how to play the game. He's a real estate mogul, and he's made billions of dollars. You know, to a point where every president that entered the White House at a certain amount, what he was worth, came out richer at the end. And the only person that didn't, Trump went in with $3.5 billion and left the presidency 4 years later with $2.5 billion. You know, that's a whole $1 billion loss. You know, he even gave his pay as being president to the veterans. Now, it's hard not to stick up for Trump when you realize what he did in office, because that's what I got to look at. I got to look at what Trump did and what Biden's doing. Now, you know, with this court and this judge, my God, this judge that's judging Trump in New York, incredible. He actually said he doesn't care what Trump has to say when Trump's trying to explain his case. So we'll see how that goes. But today, Congress, the Republican, subpoena 5 or 6 Biden family members. Hunter's one of them. 2 brothers of Joe Biden, their wives, and his son, I forgot his was it Joe Jr.? I'm not sure, the one that passed away from cancer. His wife also was in subpoena. So now that's, we're talking money laundering. We're talking taking bribes. But these are all proven with bank records. It's funny how the left says they have no evidence. The White House press secretary says they have no evidence. These are bank statements. These are records that they've proven that Joe Biden has taken money from China. And you wonder why he let that balloon go across America and go by all military bases without shooting it down. I wonder why. Do they have something on Joe? He's pretty passive with China. And, China's already declared that they need to destroy America. So is Russia. And thanks to Joe Biden, Russia and China kind of connected and are, going to do business someday against us. So, as this lady says, do your homework. You don't have to be because you're a Democrat doesn't mean you have to vote Democrat. Because you're a Republican, you don't have to vote Republican. You can be independent. Look at people. Like when I went independent, I started looking at people in the Democratic side, and I like Tulsi Gabbard. Oh my God, she was great. She for the people. If you're person that representing you is not for you, the American people, something's wrong. We are the first priority. If you realize, I went back to hear some of Trump's speeches to NATO, to United Nations. It was all about America first. Sorry, we can't give you any more money. The people rule. That's what he told them. They laughed at him. He told Germany, if you don't watch out, you're going to depend on Russia. Oil. And what are they doing now? And Trump says, why are we protecting you when you haven't paid us? You're supposed to pay us. Balance due, people. Now that's somebody who's fighting for America. And I can only, the only reason I found out is because I did the research. I went in. I just didn't hate Trump. Matter of fact, the reason I started noticing Trump is because everybody was hating him. Why? With a passion, tears coming down their eyes. I didn't understand it, but I do now. The mainstream media from the beginning, when he came down the golden escalator, they were after Trump. Hillary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation, full on force to get this man to accuse him of 2 Russian hoax that didn't even exist. Schiff lying through his teeth, knowing he's lying through his teeth, went after his kids, went after Trump, saying that he was working with Russia. What a waste of time and what a waste of money. But here we are. We got Joe in. How he ever got in and beat Trump, we'll never know. There was voting fraud. There was Facebook, Twitter, all going against Trump because the FBI told them this was all Russian, that that Trump was involved, and they were trying to rig the election, and they never were. And basically, it was the Democrats. It goes so deep. There's so much, but you got to try to keep a level head, or you won't be happy. You got to fight and vote in the right people. I don't care if you still hate Trump, but is he good for America? That's the important thing. I don't mind hating somebody or dislike what he says or how he dresses or whatever. But if he's good for America, I'll vote for him. Now, right now, it's Trump and Biden. And we got less than a year. And I promise you, if you investigate and go back to the presidency of Trump and what he did for the blacks, Hispanics, and for every American, you'll change your mind. Guaranteed. But you got to want to. If you just hate somebody just for hating, then we're going to be in this rut, with high gas prices, with high interest rates, spending all our money on food and not be able to go out anywhere. So if that's what you still want, then you vote for Biden, because that's what we have right now. He really hasn't done anything for America. He's done everything for a lot of other countries and gave out billions of dollars. And we're into 3 wars when Trump didn't have any new wars to deal with. Biden's dangerous. He's too old. And to be honest, I don't think he's running the country. But that could be another topic. So my advice to you is go independent and try to look at both sides. Or go and look at both sides. Do that for yourself and do that for America. So that's all I got to say. Subscribe, hit the like button. And from Just Another Guy podcast, we'll talk soon. I'm back. And Holloway out.
I see it from the corner of my eye. I wonder if you ever be here, right here by my side. Think of you every day.